Well, good morning! December is nearly here and the air has turned crisp. Across the UK and Europe, coats are out and the festive lights are going up. This year, meteorologists are buzzing. Long-range forecasts hint at a much colder start to December than usual. We're talking about a significant atmospheric setup, widespread frost, ice, and the real possibility of early, heavy snowfall. Instead of the usual tug-of-war between Atlantic mildness and continental cold, the models for December 2025 are showing a strong tilt toward cold. So, grab a warm drink, let's dive into what's driving this dramatic winter forecast and what it could mean for our daily lives. What does a cold December really mean for us? As the days grow shorter and the nights stretch longer, the chill in the air becomes impossible to ignore. Across the UK, people brace themselves for the season's arrival, pulling scarves tighter and hurrying through the frosty streets. Typically, December brings a mix of rain, wind, and the occasional frost, with average UK temperatures hovering just above freezing. The cityscape is often painted in shades of grey, with puddles reflecting the glow of street lights and the crunch of frost underfoot in the early mornings. But this year, forecasts predict temperatures several degrees below normal for weeks, reminiscent of the severe winter of 2010. Meteorologists warn that we could see extended periods of sub-zero nights, heavy snowfall blanketing both cities and countryside, and icy roads disrupting daily life. Recent Decembers have been mild, but this time, a persistent flow from the north and east is expected to dominate. This means colder air sweeping in from Scandinavia and Russia, bringing with it biting winds and a sharp drop in temperatures. Major forecasting centres across Europe agree. A blocked weather pattern is likely, setting the stage for a prolonged and possibly severe cold spell. Experts are closely monitoring satellite data and atmospheric models, watching as cold weather systems gather strength and move across the continent. The consensus is clear. This isn't just a brief chill, but a real shift in the season's character. The transition from autumn's lingering warmth to winter's icy grip is happening fast, catching many off guard as they wake to frosted windows and frozen landscapes. All eyes are on the skies as December approaches. People everywhere are wondering just how cold and how long this winter will truly be. Last December was mild and wet, thanks to a strong Atlantic jet stream. The result? More rain than snow and green Christmases across the UK and Germany. This year, the jet stream is expected to weaken and buckle, allowing a blocking high to form near Greenland or Scandinavia. That block will divert the usual mild air, opening the door for Arctic and Siberian air to sweep in. This cold, dry air can pick up moisture over the North Sea, leading to snow, especially in eastern regions. The shift from Atlantic mildness to continental cold is the foundation of this winter's dramatic forecast. Get ready for a true taste of winter. How does Arctic air reach us? It starts with the polar vortex. When it weakens, lobes of frigid air can break away and surge south. This December, models predict just that, with a blocking high over Scandinavia, steering cold winds from the north and east. These winds, originating over the frozen Arctic and Siberia, bring a biting, dry cold that lingers. In the Alps, this setup can trigger the Nordstau effect. Intense snowfall on northern slopes. The result? Hard frosts, icy roads, and heavy snow, especially in mountain regions. Once the Arctic Express is rolling, everyone in its path feels the chill. This is classic winter weather, arriving early and with force. The polar plume, an Arctic surge of frigid air, looks set to grip northern Europe for weeks, bringing a dramatic shift in the region's weather. This mass of cold air, originating from the far north, sweeps down with little warning, transforming landscapes and daily life almost overnight. Once this cold air mass settles in, it's incredibly tough to dislodge, especially with the weak winter sun barely rising above the horizon. The limited daylight means there's little warmth to counteract the chill, allowing the cold to linger day after day. In valleys and low-lying areas, cold pools will form, trapping dense, icy air. This creates sharp temperature contrasts between hills and valleys, and leads to deep overnight freezes that can last well into the morning hours. The biting wind will make it feel even colder than the thermometer suggests. Wind chill will be a major factor, with temperatures of -2 degrees Celsius easily feeling like -8 or even colder, especially in exposed areas. Early snowfall will reinforce the cold, thanks to the albedo effect. Snow reflects most of the sunlight, preventing the ground from warming up and keeping temperatures stubbornly low throughout the day. For the vulnerable, like the elderly, children, and those with health conditions, this combination of wind and cold can be especially dangerous. That's why daily forecasts will focus on wind chill and frost warnings, urging people to take extra precautions. The snow won't just be a beautiful winter scene. It will act as a thermal blanket, locking in the freeze and possibly extending the cold spell for days or even weeks. This is winter's icy grip at its most relentless, a powerful reminder of nature's ability to transform entire regions and challenge us to adapt. Will it snow? Absolutely, but where and how much will vary quite a bit across the region. As winter tightens its grip, different parts of Europe are bracing for a range of snowy conditions, from light flurries to heavy, disruptive storms. In the UK, sea-effect snow showers are likely along the eastern coasts, especially near the North Sea. These showers could bring a wintry mix to places like Yorkshire and Norfolk, and if the cold air deepens, snow may push further inland, blanketing towns and countryside alike. Any Atlantic weather fronts colliding with this cold air could trigger widespread snowfall, particularly over higher ground in Scotland and Wales. These areas are most at risk for blizzards and significant accumulations, making travel hazardous and transforming the landscape into a winter wonderland. In Germany, northern and eastern regions are set for early snow, with cities like Berlin and Hamburg likely to see significant accumulations. Urban areas could experience travel delays, while rural regions may see roads and fields blanketed in white. The Alps will see heavy snow on their northern slopes. Excellent news for ski resorts, promising fresh powder for winter sports enthusiasts. However, this also raises avalanche risks and could create serious travel challenges on mountain roads and passes. Meanwhile, the southern Alps may stay drier, but temperatures will remain bitterly cold, with frosty mornings and icy winds sweeping through the valleys. The contrast across the region will be dramatic, with some areas buried under deep snow, while others just shiver under clear, cold skies. This patchy coverage will be striking from above, highlighting the unpredictable nature of winter weather. Winter sports fans will be thrilled with the fresh snow, but travel disruptions are almost certain. Expect delays on roads and railways, and be prepared for sudden changes in conditions as winter storms sweep through. A severe early cold spell will disrupt daily life. Roads and railways will be icy and hazardous, with gritting teams working overtime and public transport facing delays. Airports may see cancellations, especially if snow hits major hubs. School closures are likely, and everyone will need to adapt, layering up, de-icing cars, and planning extra time for travel. The cold will strain energy grids and increase the risk of burst pipes. Social life may slow, but snowy days can bring communities together for sledging and winter fun. Pubs and firesides will become refuges from the cold. While disruptive, a true winter spell has a magic that many secretly hope for. Prolonged cold brings real health risks, especially for the elderly and those with heart or respiratory issues. Cold air raises blood pressure and increases the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Respiratory illnesses spread more easily, and cold, dry air can irritate airways. Check on vulnerable neighbours and relatives, make sure they're warm and have enough supplies. Protect your home, insulate pipes. Keep heating on low if you're away, and check boilers and radiators. Simple steps like draft excluders can keep your home warmer and bills lower. A little preparation now can prevent big problems later. This is the time to get ready before the freeze sets in. In summary, December 2025 is shaping up to be the coldest in years, with a major atmospheric shift bringing Arctic air to the UK, Alps and Germany. Expect sharp frosts, biting wind chills and widespread snow, especially in eastern and mountainous regions. Travel and daily routines will be disrupted, but the winter scenery will be spectacular. Preparation is key. Follow forecasts, plan journeys, and protect your home and health. Layer up, check on neighbours, and embrace the community spirit. With the right steps, we can all stay safe and enjoy the magic of a true winter. Winter is arriving early. Stay warm and stay safe.